What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Ghost back again for another video. I know it's been a few days since I made another video, but I took a little break, a little personal time. My birthday just recently passed, so yeah, happy birthday to me. You know, another year alive, and I feel pretty good. But yeah, man, excited, man, to get back into making these videos every day, just trying to figure out more about what's going on with the animated series Invincible, and also just talking about little things here and there regarding the series overall. But today what I wanted to do, man, is kind of make a quicker video, not too long, because there's going to be more videos deeping into this specific topic. But I wanted to talk more about how they could expand on the Viltrumite homeworld in the animated series. This was an idea given to me by one of my viewers, one of my subs, and I thought it was real cool, man. He was like, he wants to see them expand more on the Viltrumite homeworld and what they do, and that's a great point for them to expand on. They could really do a lot with this. For example, what they could do is they could go back and show us the original Viltrumite takeover, like back when they first came up with the World Conquering Committee and when they first started it. You can go back even before that, when they had the initial fight, the purge that they talk about, which got rid of all of the weak Viltrumites inside of their empire or whatever. Supposedly there was this huge fight, this huge battle, brawl, raw, that just had everybody fighting to the death. And there was only a few people, well, a couple hundreds of course, but a few people that lived amongst all the chaos in that war, and the people that emerged from that ended up becoming the new leaders of the Viltrumite Empire and coming up with the new rules and laws, so to speak. And then from that came the World Conquering Committee, where they wanted to continue their oppressive and strong outlook on everything, more so than just themselves, and just go out into the universe and put that on everyone else. You could show, even though they kind of show it in the comic book, you could give us a closer look at what happens to Alan's planet when it gets taken over, and his people damn near on the brink of extinction, and then they have to start these little breeding camps and stuff like that in order to keep the race alive, which is where we see how Alan the alien is born and how he's bred to be a strong soldier and stuff like that, which is also pretty cool how his origin story is tied into what the Viltrumites do, so they can connect those pretty nicely. And yeah, characters that are introduced to be serious Viltrumites, they can get a lot more time as well into their backstories, or even backstories in general. Like we could get a lot of time, more time and backstory with Grand Admiral Thrag, with Conquest. You can show Conquest as kind of like this dominant force around all the other Viltrumites. They look up to him, they fear him. He's like the main fighter. You could probably have him as like a general or some kind of trainer for the Viltrumite army. You know, you can have Thrag even be intimidated by him because he's clearly older than him. You know what I'm saying? You can have a lot of good back and forth there. Maybe the reason why Thrag doesn't, maybe the reason why Conquest never even wanted to be the leader is because he likes to be on the front lines, which would make a lot of sense for a character like him to just constantly be conquesting and killing and taking over and over with, and that's all he lives for. It's in his name, so that would be cool if they actually gave his backstory instead of just showing a few pages of what happened to him when he got his arm cut off and his face scratched through by that alien race. I can never remember the name of them, but they are super strong, and they are the only alien race that are actually able to hurt the Viltrumites. You could show an actual scene dedicated to when that happened to him, versus just a couple of, quickly sketched pages. You know what I'm saying? You could show how Thrag ended up becoming Grand Admiral anyway, since there's a lot of stuff in the story about he didn't really get that by natural means, and he doesn't have the royal blood to become the next ruler. You could really go into a lot of depth with the Viltrumite homeworld and their way of life, how they got to where they are, and how they do their day-to-day by making this animated series. So just another aspect they could really expand on, and I hope that they do either one or all of these suggestions that I made. Definitely give us more time with Thrag and Conquest and a lot of the other Viltrumite main characters that we see a lot, like the chick with the long ponytail that got the blade on the other end, Nissa, that one Viltrumite that has that red eye, that bald-headed black one. Like, we could get a lot of time with these main Viltrumite soldiers that we see all the time in artwork and in fight scenes and stuff, but we don't really know the names of. Now, I do remember some of their names, but they're so small and off that I kind of forgot about them. I remember looking them up once, like they are there, but you know, you just gotta really look. I want them to be more of a prominent force, you know, more up in your face, to where you don't have to just dissect and look and break down who exactly they are. Having a face for the Viltrumite Empire is very important, and having characters in that empire will be real good at distinguishing it and making it look more lived in and just more like an actual force and army. And having those characters there and expanded upon, having fight scenes, you know, with different characters expanded upon. Like, let's see more fights and more time with Thrag and Conquest that aren't just in their main fights when they pop up, you know, that aren't just in the war or aren't just when Conquest pops up. I mean, those fights are amazing enough on their own, especially Conquest, that I wouldn't complain if we didn't get anything else with them, but it still would be nice because of how awesome and how great the time that we did spend with them was expanded upon with more fights, seeing more of what they could do and just the overall threat that they pose, man. Let me see what else, man. And just going into the lore, man, like I said, going more into the past, how everything kind of happened to end up where it is, seeing that great purge, seeing them set up the World Conquering Committee, the early days with that, taking it from the POV of Nolan Grayson and seeing what he saw and how he felt about it, how he got into it and everything, the people that he met, and he ended up doing, conquesting with them. What if he had a relationship with Conquest or any other character that they try to make main characters in the Viltrumite Empire clearly had a relationship with some of these soldiers? They can make like an actual connection with him and these characters. You know, they can actually make a lot more of these characters know Nolan Grayson and label him as the traitor or something like that. You know what I mean? There's a lot more you can do with the Viltrumites and the characters in that entire world with further time and expansion from the animated series, and I hope they take the opportunity to do that. So what do you think they can expand on more and further in the entire universe of Invincible, and also in the Viltrumite Empire with that with those characters and, you know, that group as well? Let me know what you think, man. You know, comment, bro, like, dislike the video, tell me what you think. You know, hit the bell to be notified for more videos like this one, share, subscribe. Hope you're having a good day, night, wherever you are, and until next time, guys, peace. Also, I don't know why I used to always think it'd be a good comparison or a good fight, a Viltrumite versus a Kryptonian, but in recent interviews and giving it more thought, yeah, man, Viltrumite will destroy a Kryptonian, so I had to lay that to rest.